Hi, hello.
Srish from Cric-Mate here. My question to you is about almost everybody in the top 6 or 7 are among the runs. Not every team can boast of that. So could you tell me a little bit about the discussion in the team about how everybody's playing? I wouldn't say not selfishly, but everybody's doing their bit to get the scores up for the team. And has that been a discussion? Because many teams opt to have, say, one or two anchors and the rest go hell for leather. But we're seeing that everybody's in runs and not necessarily is there an anchoring role being seen in your team.
Well, in a team like us, we strive on team effort. You look at all the games, different individuals, put up their hands and put in some good performances. So that's a sign of a very good batting unit where you have different individuals, square runs at different points in times. And it's good for us going forward into the Super 8s where we have more than one individual, getting in those performances. So I would say it's a total team effort.
So, with a couple of teams who have already qualified, there's always a tendency of a bit of slacking in the last game, considering people think about rest and stuff like that before the Super 8s. Many teams have also, like South Africa today, have fielded all their substitutes who hadn't played a game yet. Is West Indies thinking along those lines as well, considering workload management and stuff for tomorrow's game?
Well, for us, it's about getting guys accustomed to the roles that they're supposed to play, and we take every game seriously. So it's just another opportunity for us, to keep ticking our boxes to make sure that we are controlling the different phases of the games that we speak about in the team meetings. So tomorrow's game will be like that in terms of guys, getting the opportunities to get accustomed, to the roles and get better at them.
And also my final question, Zafar, my final question I'll ask. That is that now the Super 8s are sorted and your opponents for the next 3 games. You also have India at this very venue in a week's time. Could you tell me, has the mindset shift happened, knowing that now we only have big games coming up after this and no more quote-unquote warm-ups available for your players? They need to be on the mark right away moving forward.
To be honest, every game in the World Cup is a big game. You see Australia just exit the World Cup. So we take every game seriously, and when we go to the Super 8s, we will take one game at a time. Our first game is against Zimbabwe, so we'll focus on that game, do all the planning that is necessary to come out on top of that game. So, as I said, we take one game at a time. When we get to India, then we will plan for India.
I'm Zafar from Sana 24 into 7. Tomorrow match must be insignificant for all of you, but what do you think about your game against Zimbabwe? And the last game in that 4-team group is very important for any team because becomes a do or die match. You would be playing the third match against India here at this garden. So what is your planning for that? The third match in India. A do or die battle maybe for you or for India.
Like I said before, we take one game at a time. We have a game tomorrow against Italy. And like I said, our focus is to make sure that, we're ticking all the boxes in each department, batting, bowling, and fielding. When we get to the Super 8s, we're planning accordingly to each team that we're playing against. Our first game is against Zimbabwe. We plan for that. And then we move on to the next game, and then the next game.
Hi, this is Rajan from Cric-Info. Just we want to know about, is there any fitness issue with the team or with any player? Any update?
Everybody's in a good place. Guys are fully fit. Yeah, in any cricket team, going into tournaments like these, you will have one or two little niggles, but there's nothing serious.
Niggles with?
Sorry? I said they might have one or two niggles in tournaments like these. Obviously, when you play games every 2 days, then you have to practice. There will be niggles, right? But at the moment, everything is okay.
Okay. My last question would be, for last 2-3 years, as Sami had said in many of the press conferences, but now the team we are watching during during the national anthem or whatever you say, everyone is looking like they are enjoying it. The way they are behaving or the way we see them, they are smiling, they are with each other. Again, Sami is a very very energetic person. So how it has been changed during this tournament or during 1-2 years, and how successful you are in binding the team in a single group?
Well, it's good for us. The guys are enjoying it. They're very excited to play the World Cup. The energy is high within the team. So yeah, guys are up for it. So we're having a good time amongst one another. We're enjoying each other's company and we enjoy each other's success, and that's important in any team setup.
So we can say that the controversy or the problems which has been there in the West Indies cricket team, they are coming out of it, right?
Well, I don't know what problems that you're speaking about, but all I can say is that everybody's enjoying each other. That's a good sign for the team. Once you have a team where it's driven by the players and not by the coaches, then you have a successful team. And like I said again, guys are enjoying each other's success. The conversations is brilliant, and everybody's happy for each other.
I'm Shushmita, working for Uttar Bango Sangbad newspaper. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Last time Eden Garden became the luckiest ground for your team. So do you think this time, I'm taking a cue from his question, that what type of vibes you are getting now, because your last Super 8 match will be here, no? After tomorrow's match. So what type of vibes you are getting now this time?
The vibes is good. This ground has a lot of history for us as a West Indies team. We're looking forward to the Super 8s. We are ready. We're definitely ready. It's just for us to just stay at one game at a time. But like I said, this ground has a lot of history for us, and history has a habit of repeating itself.
We know that Shimron Hetmeyer he has a reputation as a finisher, but this edition he's been batting up the order and he's been doing well. So if you can tell us about the work is done for it, like is there any specific work is done to bat up the order? Have you had any interactions with him regarding that?
Well, first let me say, Hetmeyer came with a youth cricket in 2016 as one of our best young batters in the Caribbean. Hetmeyer is a proper batsman. It's just unfortunate that he was put into roles as a finisher. But no, you guys are seeing the best of Hetmeyer in terms of his batsmanship. So he can bat at number 3, score runs, and still finish games. So I think you're seeing the best out of him. He's been preparing well. His training habits, it has improved. His work ethic is very good. And every session, he's aiming to improve on certain aspects of his game. So you guys are seeing the best of Hetty right now.
Only 3 more. Hi. Yeah. The whole West Indies team has sort of come together really well, but still maybe flown under the radar a little bit. Like for example, he mentioned Hetmeyer. He's found great form. Shafin Rutherford has been in outstanding form for the past maybe two years now. Jason Holder has had a resurgence sort of in T20 cricket. What has happened to for all of this to come together sort of, and does it feel like you're under the radar, or are you happy with that and just peaking at the right time?
Yeah, in tournaments like these, it's important to peak at the right time. All right. Yes, it's important to win games, but for us, it's about getting everybody comfortable in their positions, performing their roles, and executing their roles and being good at the roles that they're asked to do. Yes, we have quality players. The same guys you call Hetmeyer, Rutherford, Jason Holder, Shepherd, Rovman Powell. You still have Shea Hope and King at the top. So we have quality players, and it's just a matter of guys sticking together and putting in the work at training sessions. Preparation is key to going into any tournament, and preparation, we've been doing that very well. So it's just a matter now of us continuing to play good cricket. That's the important thing for us, to take one game at a time and focus on the things we want to focus on, execute the things we want to execute in each cricket game.
Have Jason Holder in particular and Rutherford done anything extra or different to hit the level they have hit?
Listen, these guys have been training hard. These guys play a lot of cricket around the franchise circuit. But yes, when we come together, guys really put in the work. We look at areas where we want to improve. We look at the roles that we give them and try to simulate the practice sessions to suit the roles that they're given and make sure that they're executing the roles to the best of their ability. But like I said, these guys are quality cricketers. I can see a lot of maturity now within a lot of the guys in terms of how they play, the mindset, and how they go about things. So, yeah, I think everybody's in a good space and we ready.
Last question, please.
Yeah. Excuse me, I'm from a time when, West Indies. I saw most of my cricket in 70s, 80s, when the name West Indies was you were sort of in awe when West Indies are there. Then there was a period when So, and in 2016, you showed that that spark is there. So, like now, this generation flying below the radar, how does it feel? Is it good for you? Like people don't go so much, not worried so much about a West Indian team. You're just one of the teams, and you have the material to do well. So, how do you see that change of the 80s, 70s? Sorry for going back so much.
Well, you can't compare guys now to guys in the 70s and 80s. This is a new generation of cricketers, right? But what I can say is that, we come here to this World Cup and we came here prepared to win, just like any other team, all right? So these guys have an opportunity to create their own legacy, right? And that's the thought process, within the dressing room. These young guys have the opportunity to do it, and they're up for it. And like I said all the time, we are ready to play good cricket.
What do you like? Since Darren is also here, have you discussed what went right for you? Because it was tremendous. I mean, both the men's and the women's team winning here and winning in style, 2016.
Right.
As a decade ago, I know, but there must have been something you pick up from that campaign, which you can employ here.
Well, it's important for us as a nation, as a Caribbean nation, to win cricket games. It's important for us to win tournaments like these. It would do a lot, for our cricket personally and for the people of the Caribbean. We haven't won anything. Last thing that you said was in 2016. That's 10 years ago. So I know the people in the Caribbean, they're supporting us, they're rallying behind us. So it's important for us, to win tournaments like these, for the people and for our cricket development and our cricket in general.
Thank you.
One last question. Only one. Go ahead.
Who are the players impressed you apart from your team in this World Cup? We are middle way on this World Cup.
Sorry, can you repeat, please?
Who are the players, batsman or bowler, impressed you apart from your team?
This is a World Cup stage, and you will have players, young players coming through. I saw an innings from the opener from Sri Lanka. That was a very good innings. He got 100. The spinners from Afghanistan is always impressive. But you will see guys from different teams that you say, okay, this young man can play, and he's one to look out for the future. But on a world stage like this, everybody wants to do well. So kudos to all the guys that have done well.
All right, thank you guys. See you tomorrow.